So my portfolio focused on proficiency number 5, content area reading. As a high school science teacher, my background philosophy is that all teachers are teachers of both reading and writing, no matter what discipline or content area that they teach. In my science class, I like to use effective instruction to improve student reading ability as well as appropriate assessments. In a science class, some things that I could use that I learned from this class would be running records. Running records would be a great way to find out where my students are at as far as their ability to read text that I give them in my class. Another thing I could use that I learned from this class would be word lists. Word lists are a great way for teachers to receive feedback about students and some of the areas that they might be having trouble in with reading, and to identify those visual cues that maybe they have trouble with in order to design and use appropriate effective instruction. I would also like in my class to be able to increase student motivation for reading. So one thing that I like to use would be to find out from students what are some interests that they have and how I can use those interests maybe through technology to increase student motivation to read science texts. A few artifacts that I wanted to share that I've used to support student improvement in reading in my content area class. One would be the use of vocabulary cards. Breaking down scientific vocabulary into prefix, root word, and suffix is a great way to teach scientific vocabulary. For example, photosynthesis is a popular term used in a biology class. Photo means light, synth means to make, and esis means to a process. So by helping students, particularly English language learners, this would be a great opportunity to improve their reading in my science class. Another artifact that I like to use with my students are graphic organizers. Graphic organizers are a great pre-reading activity or post-reading activity, so students can actually visualize and organize information together to see those necessary connections to be able to improve reading comprehension. A third artifact that I like to use to support improving student reading in my class would be the use of lab reports. Lab reports are a great assessment tool to be able to identify students where they're at as far as their reading ability and writing ability in science. Lab reports are used to be able to identify data as well as make conclusions from a particular experiment that they did in my class. So by using these different activities, I would be able to improve student reading as well as be able to identify where students are struggling at so that I can improve my instruction to be able to individualize my instruction to meet the needs of my students. Thank you.